Alrighty, what's up, you beautiful bastards? And my peeps. What's going on, my peeps and you beautiful bastards? It is I, your tribal god of extreme and unified world heavyweight champion of the world, Peter Joseph here, for a Friday night video. And it's Friday, gotta get down on Friday, something for the weekend. November the 28th, 2025. It's Black Friday. Hopefully everybody is safe. You know, going to the retail stores, getting the Black Friday deals, and it's mania. It's not WrestleMania, but crazy as fuck at the retail stores. I haven't heard anything about any problems. I haven't looked it up yet, but I assume there's, you know, especially in the South, you know, those crazy fucks down south going to the retail stores. They're gonna get the latest TV. Morons! Wait till like 2 weeks before Christmas to get that shit.
It's gonna be $955.
No. Anyway, but it's Black Friday. I hope everybody had a great day, and if not, well, too bad for you. But once again, I'm Peter Joseph, your gracious host. Thank you for watching right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph, which is my actual name. But I digress on that. So, like the video, hit the subscribe button down below. We are almost at 1,000. I don't even know. I think we're at 1,000. Let me do a quick check. Last time it was like, we were one measly subscriber away from saying a million, I wish. But 1,000 subscribers. Still at $9.99. We're at that low price of $9.99 for the WWE Network. But anyway, we're almost at 1,000. Might hit it tonight. Might hit it this weekend. We'll see. But please hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to my other channels, which are great too. All down below in the gobbledygook. And leave a comment on this video or any one of my past videos, or now or in the future coming in on my channels. But only stupid comments, because as you all know, when you leave stupid comments, you know where you're going to go. Out the door, down to the Shadow Realm. Satan and Ozzy will eat your soul. And that's pretty much it. You won't be heard from again. You don't like it? Tough fucking shit. Go cry to your mama. Or cry to somebody. You don't like it. Tough shit. You ain't going to do it on my channel. Go to your dumb channel that nobody really cares about. But I digress on that. But if you want to talk about wrestling and music and anything else, then you can talk. But if not, keep it moving. That's that. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, you pretty much need to get big slapped by Lash Legend. Get shit done. Okay, just get it out. Can't get it out. That's what she said. You can't hit that bell, then you're pretty much SOL. You know what that means. If you don't know what it means, you need to get the bit. I can't even talk tonight. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with me? If you can't figure what SOL means, look it up, or you're gonna get big slapped again. That's what I meant to say. I'm just wired tonight. Not because drinking or anything, because we're drinking Pepsi right now. But I was having a great day, and you're not. But I digress. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that bell for more, because if you miss anything, too bad for you. That's that. And if you're, speaking of brand new, if you're brand new here, and like wrestling, music, anything else, then you came to the right place. Hit that subscribe button. And when you do, as we say in the business, thank you for watching. Welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab that tasty cold one, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, well, get out of here. But you'll stay, because you got nothing else to watch. I mean, you do, but you came to watch me because you know, you love me. You really love me. But I don't love some of you. And that's pretty much it. Alright, we got SmackDown coming your way, taped in a little bit. Not that anybody really wants to watch most of it because the spoilers are already out. I read them, but I only know about the Survivor Series match between the MFTs and Team Sami Zayn. That's all I know. I don't know pretty much anything else. There is a women's advantage match tonight between Team Becky Lynch and pretty much Team AJ. Whoever's leading that team is pretty much AJ. So we'll see what happens with that. Who gets the advantage for the women? We already know the Vision have the advantage in the men's War Games match. So we got that. And a whole lot more on your 2-hour Cure for Insomnia. That's WWE SmackDown. So we'll see what happens tonight from somewhere in California. I don't think it's San Diego. Probably San Diego. Who knows? But tomorrow night, we're going to have Regal! Get in here, Regal. Say your line. Okay, Sunshine. Ready? War Games! We got War Games tomorrow from Petco Park in San Diego, California, where the Padres play. Doesn't look like a bad set, per se. But, you could fit 5 rings in that fucking stadium. I don't think they're gonna sell the entire fucking thing out, but I heard there were more seats being available. So maybe it might be a sellout. Who knows? Probably people in the building. They have buildings in the stadium. It's just insane. If you've been to Petco Park, you know. But should be a good time tomorrow night. The final, pretty much the final main pay-per-view of the year. One of the last big 4. And then we'll be on the road to Deadline for NXT next Saturday night. The final pay-per-view of the year for NXT. Then, the week after that, Saturday night's main event, the final show for our good buddy, John Cena! That's his last appearance until probably, most likely, he gets into the Hall of Fame. That'll be the next time we'll probably see him, but he might make some special appearances here and there, but no more wrestling for Big John after he gets destroyed by Walter, probably, on December the 13th. So we're in the semis now, so we're about to hit on the SmackDown side, I think we're about to hit the semis there, but we're in the quarterfinals of the John Cena tournament. So we got all that and a whole lot more. We'll move on. Alright, really quickly, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to SmackDown, I might go into it a little bit, but it is time for your late, and really late, almost so far out of fucking date, NXT Gold Rush Week 2 review, or thoughts review, whatever you want to call it. For this past Tuesday night, November the 25th, 2025, and we are once again emanating from the theater, the lovely theater, at Madison Square Garden, the mecca of all arenas, the best arena in the world, because your arena sucks, in the greatest city in the world, New York City, even though we have a corrupt communist mayor. Mom Donnie. Even though he's a Met fan and an AEW fan, I'm gonna give him a little bit of credit. As long as you don't fuck up New York like the others have, I'll give you some leeway. But if you fuck up, forget it. Bye-bye. Taking the governor out next year. Bye, Hulko, even though you gave us a nice, you helped out, helped out the New Yorkers with your little, stimulus check thing that you supposed, gave out. Not that we needed it, but some people did, some people didn't. I didn't need it. And half people that got it spent it already, jeez. It is what it is, but that's that. But yeah, we're gonna get the governor out. We're gonna get most of Congress out. Bye-bye to you, Schumer, you fuck. You old, retired, should be retired, fuck. Go to the old folks home and rot. And all the other demo craps are gonna be gone. And we'll see what happens with, by the time June hits, we'll see. what's gonna happen with the midterms and all that other shit. But right now, we're not even at that time. Right now it's December, Jesus Christ, I wish it was December, but not yet, almost there. November the 28th, 2025. Hope you had a great day. It's cold as fuck here in New York, 37 degrees right now. Oh boy. And we're getting snow on Tuesday. Well, they're saying maybe we'll get snow, maybe not. God, I'm so glad I didn't become a meteorologist. That was when I was a little bitty hoaxer dude. I wanted to be a meteorologist, a weatherman. Because watching, Channel 9 news religiously at the time, and the other local channels with the weathermen wanted to be like that and everything. But then, then music kicked in. I'm like, nope, fuck that. Being a weatherman, you need like a lot of math. That's a lot of math, Trust me, it's a lot of math. Well, that's pretty much it. But I love what I do, and that's music and all that other good stuff. But we get that. But bundle up if you're here in the Northeast or in the pretty much the Midwest, or in North Dakota and Minnesota and Green Bay, Wisconsin. No, okay. He doesn't live there anymore. He used to live there. He doesn't live in Green Bay anymore. He lives in Minnesota now. Mr. Anderson. But we got that. Alright, enough about that. Boo, funky. Alright, let's get to the show. And as always, our commentary team, once again, the man with the creepy jacket, lots of candy, Vic Joseph, and the two-time Hall of Famer, and the man who pretty much simps for the ladies and drink Winnie Shamon. And that's the Kool-Aid man himself. The man who smokes more fucking weed than you do. And that's Booker T, sucker! Alright, we got that. Alright, so it's week 2 of Gold Rush. We got a recap of last week where we had Jacy Jayne win back the NXT Women's Championship from creepy girl Tatum Paxley thanks to Boogie Hogan 2.0 Izzy Game and the Cuckling turning on her. We had that, and a whole lot more last week, so we got that. So we open up this week's show with titles galore. We start off with the Evolve title, Jackson Drake, with Swipe Right. Well, used to be, they're still in the Vanity Project because Zeta Steel is gone, and probably going to AEW. And if you don't know who Zeta Steel is, where have you been? I know her from the indie circuit around my neck of the woods. She might be going to AEW, and I hope she does. I don't know how Tony Khan will use her, probably in Ring of Honor the job. Who knows? I hope not. Because she was one of the longest reigning women's champions in my neck of the woods. So, I wouldn't fuck around with her. I'm just saying. Like Hunter and, WWE screwed her up. I mean, she did okay on Evolve, but I don't think she had maybe a couple matches. I mean, really? Put her in the WWE ID program, which is failing miserably. Anyway, should have put her on LFG. That's what I would have done. Put Zeta Steel on LFG, let her shine. Because her promos are great, her wrestling, not so great. I mean, she was one of the longest reigning women's champions in New York, but I just don't know. I don't know, Jim. I don't know. Who's Jim? I don't know, but anyway. Alright, so Jackson Drake defends the Evolve title against my good buddy Sean Legacy. And once again, Swipe Right at ringside. They get involved a little bit. Near the end, they go up top. Sean Legacy grabs something like a tabletop superplex. That was impressive for a near fall. But Jackson Drake drapes him over the top. Then he hits a springboard knee, and that was pretty much it. Actually, we hit that, setting up the Unaliver. Nice name. Which is a running knee strike. 1, 2, 3 to retain the Evolve Championship in just under 11 minutes. I was hoping Sean Legacy would win the title, but I guess not. So, decent match, 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Alright, after that, we get to a video from earlier in the day where we see All Ego Ethan Page, the fake Canadian, well, our so-called Canadian national champion. He comes up to the resident surfer girl, Sol Ruka, after she pretty much lost the chance to become North American champion again, after her so-called friend, Delta, threw in the towel. And they had an argument last week. We'll see what happened. And Delta's going for the speed title after the segment against the resident former girl, Fallon, don't call her Dawn Henley. But anyway, Ethan goes up to her and says, stop worrying about Delta so much, do your own shit. And then Myles, don't call him Ozzy Osbourne. He comes in, Sol Ruka leaves. Alright, because grown men talking, get out of here. Anyway, Myles says, I'm ready to face Trick Willie to go to Deadline for the final spot in the Iron Survivor men's match. Ethan says Trick Willie only worries about himself, which is the right way to go. And then they're like, they start sneering at each other. Eagle! Oh, no, don't say that. But, does Myles possibly go after the national title? The national title, Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, the Canadian national title. We'll see. That could be something to look into. Maybe Ethan, if Myles wins against Trick Willie, maybe Ethan screws him out of possibly becoming the number one contender for the world title. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we get to the speed title, 5 minute time limit, as always during the speed title matches. So, Fallon Henley taking on Delta, along, well, Fallon had Casey Jane and Laney Reed, who's going after the Evolve Women's Championship later in the show. They had a pretty good match. Getting to the end, they're on the outside, and Fallon uses Fatal Influence's distraction, getting a cheap shot. Back ends, Delta hits goes for an F5, gets countered into a DDT for a near fall, but then Delta hits a fireman's carry. I think she was going for the F5, but then the time limit expired. I'm like, oh, what now? Ava Rain comes out and says, no, sudden death! So we get an extra, basically an extra 7 minutes of the match. Because it ended in 12:25. Hey, that's Christmas. It was a pretty good match, pretty good aftermath, but Laney Reed, once again, I'm surprised the referee didn't kick them out. Referee! Do something! Do something! Fucking idiot. Referee didn't do nothing. Laney Reed caused a distraction. And in the end, Fallon Henley hits the Shining Wizard into the Famouser. 1, 2, 3, we have a new speed champion for the women, and that's Fallon Henley. She joins JC Jane with gold around her sexy waist. And Laney Reed, well, we'll see if she wins the Evolve Women's title. So Fatal Influence will have all the gold, like the previous faction, Toxic Attraction, did back in the day. We all remember that when JC and Priscilla Kelly or Gigi Dolan were tag team champions, and Mandy was the so-called longest reigning women's champion. She didn't get to Asuka's level, thank the Lord. But she had a great reign. But WWE just fucked her over because they found out she was doing OnlyFans. At the time, she was about to do OnlyFans, but she had her own website showing off her titties and pussy. But now she does it for free on, well, not for free, but she's doing OnlyFans, but now WWE kicked her out. Which sucks. And she just had to give up the title to Roxanne Perez. But Mandy has said that she has the itch, so you never know. She might come back. I don't know, the WWE or TNA. Maybe Tony Khan does something with her. Has it like her and Tony Storm would freaking be epic. Could be like a rehashing of Tony Storm and Mariah May. You could do something like that. And we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Alright. Great match. And that's pretty much it. Alright, SmackDown's about to go on the air after the Grinch Who Stole Christmas was on. Not the cartoon. I think the one with Jim Carrey. That's a good movie, too. So we got that. Moving on. So the match was pretty decent. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get another video from my boy, Shiloh Hill. Talks about how important his dad was to him over the years. How the WrestleMania shirt his dad gave him was such a big deal. Nothing wrong with that. More backstory for Shiloh. With his whole dark web type gimmick he's doing. Haven't seen his dark side yet, but I think we're getting there. Hopefully we'll see him in the ring on NXT TV. We'll get there. Alright, then we get Big John. John Cena picks the entries for the Iron Survivor challenges for the men. We're going to see Bouncy, your boy, Bouncy, Javon Evans, the X-Division champion Leon Slater, the guy, we have to say his name, he appears, Joe Hendry, Dion Lennox of Dark State, huh? And the winner of Myles, Born, and Trick Willie. So I'm like, you're probably going to give it a trick, right? Oh, well. Look at that. Hey, EO! That's my third amazingly hot Asian wife, by the way. You know the other three, because I have 4. Asuka, EO, Kylie, and Mina Shirakawa. Love them. Religiously love them. But, that's it. Alright, moving on. Alright, so that's the men's team, the men's Iron Survivor match. Javon, Leon, Joe Hendry, Dion, and Myles or Trick Willie. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we're going to look back at the Cuckling turning on Tatum Paxley last week, costing her her NXT Women's Championship to JC Jane. Got that. Then we go to, speaking of the ladies' titles, the TNA Knockouts title. Mrs. Him, Kaylani Jordan defending against Big Mama Pump, Jordan Grace, and Xia Li. And the crowd was really favoring, they were cheering for Jordan Grace. And it wasn't a bad match. 14-minute match on the dot. We're getting to the end. And we're going to break. When we come back, Kaylani hits a Eddie Guerrero fork splash for a near fall on Jordan Grace. You like that, Eddie? That was okay. Nothing great. Okay, Eddie. By the way, Eddie, you were in one of my dreams last night. Don't take it the wrong way, but it was just like I had this dream where I was at this. I had to be like an indie show, and then your son Dom was there, and I'm talking to some guy, and I see you. I'm like, what the fuck? Like briefly saw you. You're like in the crowd, and I go, hey, it's Eddie. What do you think about that? I don't know. I don't know, Leslie Pedal. I mean, I'm everywhere. I could be here right now. You are right here. Oh wait. You kind of have that halo on your head. You're like a hologram. Anyway, yeah. Crazy dreams I have. I just like... Eddie Guerrero. The great man that he is. And that's that. Alright, so we get a recap of the women's War Games team. What happened on Monday Night Raw. Now we're in the arena. The MFTs are here. Solo Mibuki. Along with the Girls of Destiny, Tamatonga, and Tongaloa. Sayonara, sucker! And Hikulio and Casey Mateo, Jeff Cobb. They're ready for their 5-on-5 Survivor Series match against Team Sammy. That's Sami Zayn, the Motor City Machine Guns, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Phoenix. And now Kathy Kelly's talking to Eli Drake. That's an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah. And Eli has a mystery opponent tonight. It was supposed to be Pentagon, but Pentagon got hurt. So, we'll see what happens with that, who the mystery man is. It's not somebody you might like. So I'm just going to say that. So, see if Eli moves on into the semifinals. This is not live. This is from last week in Albany, New York. Gene! Not Buffalo, New York, Gene, but Albany, New York. Eli says, this tournament pisses me off. I wonder why, because you have a mystery opponent. You had two mystery opponents. One of them being, Mac fucking Cardona last week. Well, not like, a week or two ago. Now you got another mystery opponent. Not from New York, but with that. But we're gonna start off with the Yeet Man J. So is he's gonna be? Who's he taking on? Rusev tonight. Ooh, that should be fun. You know, the fans are trying to go after him. He's going to the bathroom. No, he's not. Looks like he was going down to the bathroom, not the arena. Funny. Now here he comes, the Yeet Man, who's gonna yeet for about 15 more minutes. So this match is gonna like start in about 15 minutes. Oh, that's good. Yeah, let's get the kids, JJ. Get all the kids. He's a man of the people. And he loves the kids. Not like that, but anyway. Moving on. Alright, anyway, back to NXT. Alright, so we go to break. Kaylani hits a frog splash on Jordan Grace for a near fall as Xia Li made the save. She takes them both down, but then Jordan's German suplex drops Xia Li for another near fall. Kaylani comes back with a super Spanish fly. Plants Jordan for another near fall. And then we got another near fall for Jordan Grace as she power bombs both of them. Both of them. Impressive. Most impressive, Jordan Grace, son. Most impressive, Skywalker. Do you like my Palpatine impression? I do. That and, the Emperor pretty well. Strike me down and your ascent to the dark side will be complete. Impressive. Almost sounds the same, but, you know. Impressive, Skywalker. Impressive. Anyway, moving on. So he gets a near fall on the champ. And then Kaylani misses a 450, gets kicked right in the face by Xia Li. As Jordan Grace had to make the save. Jordan then gives Kaylani the spinning torture rack power bomb. Looks like she's about to win the title. But Xia Li kicks Jordan right in the face. I think with I can't even do it. Thunderstruck. My voice can't get that high that much. You know, AC/DC. Thunderstruck! Fire! You know, stuff like that. So she wins the title in 14 minutes. And I did my video like, what? They gave Xia Li the TNA Knockouts title? First Chinese woman to win a TNA title? You thought it was great, Gail Kim. No, she's Korean. You thought she was Japanese? No, Gail Kim is Korean. So, there you go. Another Asian girl gets the title, Gail Kim, and now Xia Li. And now Xia Li will take on either Xia Brookside or my girl Danny Luna. That match is going to happen this coming Thursday night on Impact. And that match, the winner of that faces Xia Li for the Knockouts title at Final Resolution next Friday night. Pretty much going head-to-head with SmackDown. Going head-to-head with Final Battle. Oh, that's a long night. Oh, we're going to run it back. Here's another yeeting. 3 minutes. 3 minutes now. Did I say 3 minutes? Ooh. 3 minutes of yeeting. Well, actually now 4 minutes. We ran it back and now, let's see if he eats for another 11. I doubt that, but. Now, we're probably going to go to commercial, we'll come back, and then Russo will probably be coming out. Freaking Michael Cole and Corey Slater. Well, we're impartial, my ass. Here comes Rusev now. I think it's Rusev. Yeah, it's Rusev. I like his entrance. With the, I don't know what that is. The lights go out. You have these, like, red strobe lights going off. and he has like these eyes. I don't know if it's his eyes or maybe C.J. Perry's eyes, but here comes Rusev, Alexander Rusev. He smashed C.J. Perry pussy. Yeah, he does. And no, they are not pregnant. Supposedly, he knocked Lana or CJ Perry up, but I think CJ said in an interview they're not pregnant. I don't know. I mean, if they are, congrats to them. He crushed that pussy. That's what he did. More ways than one. But I digress. Alright, so Xia Li is the new TNA Knockouts champion. Let's see what happens with her. And the title after that. Moving on. So I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was pretty nice. Alright, then we get Fatal Influence. JC Jane, Laney Reed, and Fallon Henley. They're all happy with their success. Basically celebrating Fallon's speed title win. They want Laney Reed, to win the Evolve Women's title. And then Ava Raine comes in and is like, you ain't gonna do that shit like you did in the speed title match. So you are banned from ringside. You think that's gonna work? When somebody tells you not to do something, you do it. Or the ever popular Ghostbusters reference, Ray, when somebody tells you if you're God, you say yes! I couldn't help it. Pretty much. Ray, you idiot. Mr. Stay Puft. Of all monsters, he picks the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Now, if he was smart, this was like 10 years later, he could have picked Sephiroth. Oh, shit. Well, he's not dead, but... Because he picked like a guy, well, he's not dead, he's like a monster, coming to life, shit. They're gonna pick Sephiroth, and I don't think the Ghostbuster would have held a candle to Sephiroth. New York City would be a hellhole. Pretty much, if you play Final Fantasy VII and the Rebirth Edition. Woo, boy. I don't even think they got up to that part. Where he burns down, Cloud's house, former village. Or his hometown, basically. I don't think they got up to that part. I have to check. I have to play Rebirth again, good lord. I have to redo that. Not to redo it, but... replay it. That game is epic. Rebirth and the first one, Remake. Good stuff. And then Intergrade. I don't even think they got to, what, really... Remake is the first disc, and then Rebirth is basically the same thing. They haven't even got to disc 2 and 3 yet. If you play Final Fantasy OG, but I don't know how they're gonna get those two discs in that game, unless it's a double disc game where you play 2 discs. You know what I mean? I don't know how they're gonna finish that game. I don't know. Because they gotta get through that part, they gotta get through a certain death, which they kind of teased near the end of Rebirth. And they gotta get through all that stuff in disc 2 and 3. Oh boy, that's gonna be a long game. I can't wait for that. I don't know when it's coming out. I think maybe 2027. Because they already put out a new Final Fantasy, which was the Ivalice Chronicles for Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't play that game. It's too... bleh. I played Final Fantasy Tactics Original. I hated it. And I'm a big Final Fantasy guy, so every time I go to, like, the video store, see if, like, anything I want to play, I see Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm like, yeah, I'll play this. Started off like, what the fuck is this? It's not turn-based or anything. It's just like strategy, basically. Or strategy-based. I'm like, ugh. Gave it right back. It's like, no. We played Mega Man or whatever on the Nintendo. Or PlayStation, not Nintendo, but... Give me something else to play besides, Final Fantasy boring as fuck tactics. Garbage. That's a garbage game. And the new one that came out is garbage, too. I mean, some people think it's great. I don't think it's anything. Anyway, moving on. So where was I? Alright, so Ava Rain comes in and says, no interference. That's gonna work. We get that. Alright, they're gonna sit down with, Sarah Schreiber and the NXT World Heavyweight Champion himself, Absolute Ricky Starks. Talks about how important it would be to face the big man from Wakanda, Oba, who, Femi, at Deadline. He's like, yeah, I beat Oba before, and I could do it again. And he's like, I got all these questions, and then people wonder if I can actually beat him again. And he's like, what does it mean if I can't beat him? Well, we know Oba will be champion for a second time. So Ricky's like, all I know is I'm going to prove that the impossible is possible again because I'm Absolute Ricky Starks. We get that. I think Ricky will beat Oba because I think Oba's going to be going up to the main roster along with Trick Willie. And they're probably going to be in the Royal Rumble. And for the women, I can see Lashley's already there. Unless she has some extra dates to do in NXT. But she's full-fledged on SmackDown, pretty much. I think Trick Willie will go to SmackDown to get back together with Mello. That should be fun. And then Oba probably go to Raw. Oh man, him and if Walter Walter probably become the Intercontinental Champion, right? But how about this at Mania? Oba Femi versus Walter for the Intercontinental title. Sign me up. Big beefy man slapping me. Woo! I put down money to see that. See Oba whip the fuck out of Walter. Maybe, but the promos would be epic. But we'll see. Trick Willie, maybe facing Cody. Not Cody, let's say, but we don't know who's gonna face Cody. Or will he? We don't know. Gonna give a tease to him and CM Puke. Say goodbye to those titles, because Roman's gonna win at least one or both of them at Mania. We'll see. If he, hopefully he wins the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber. One of them. He's gonna win one of them. Maybe not the Royal Rumble, because they're saying Sami Zayn might win. I don't want to see Sami and Cody. That would be boring as fuck. Sami and CM Punk could be maybe good, but still be boring as fuck. But I don't think it's gonna be Sami. I'd rather have it be like Roman. The original one was Solo. I want to see Solo in the main event, going against Punk or Cody. I don't want to see that. I don't want to even see Solo on the freaking card. But it is what it is. Alright, Jay going up top, looking for the Superfly Splash. Does he hit it? Nope! He gets super Machka kicked right in mid-air. And near fall. Ah! That was 3, ref! That was 3, you fool. Alright, so we'll see what happens with Oba and Ricky Starks at Deadline next Saturday night, my friends. We got that. Alright. Then we go to the Evolve Women's Championship. We have my girl Kendall Gray, the Evolve Women's Champion, along with another one of my good friends, Maddie Lenkowski or Ren Sinclair. Formerly of Catchpoint 3.1. She defends against Lainey Reed with nobody at ringside. Pretty, wicked spot. Lainey goes outside. She manages to trip Kendall face first into the ring steps. I mean, hard. I was like, aye! I thought Kendall Gray broke her nose. Because she was like, oh! Shit. But she fought through. And, Fatal Influence comes out for the distraction, even though they were not supposed to be there. But Maddie broke that up, thankfully. but gets knocked into Charlie Dempsey's arms. Yeah, he's back. After that whole thing in Japan, now he's doing that NXT run-in, the whole thing with Mike Santana. Or who are you going to get his ass whooped? Because Mike Santana is pissed. He's going to take out each and every one of those NXT catering crew guys. So anyway. So Mandy gets knocked into Charlie Dempsey's arms, basically. Hey, watch your hands, sir. Anyway. And then the referee's like, you, everybody, you are out. Get him out of here. Which should have done in the first place. Anyway, Laney hits a super kick. Goes for a big splash. Miss. No water in the pool for you, lassie. And then Kendall hits Shades of Grey, a running downward spiral. 1, 2, 3 in just under 10.5 minutes. Kendall Gray retains the Evolve Women's Championship. And that's pretty much it. Good match. Not great match, but 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. We move on. And Jey Uso just beat Rusev to go to the semifinals. I think he faces Solo or the mystery opponent. Because Pentagon lost, so... Well, he didn't lose. They had to forfeit the match because of his shoulder injury. He's going to be out for, I think they said, a couple months. So, I don't know if he's going to come back for the Rumble. Definitely come back for maybe the Elimination Chamber or Mania. But, sucks the way he got hurt on a basic fucking move. Basic Hurricane Run and landing on his shoulder. That sucks. Alright, so, Jay will face either... Oh, no, it's Eli Drake and the mystery opponent, so... And then, Monday night, this Monday night, it's Solo versus Walter in the semis. So it looks like what they're going to do is run it back with... Most likely, run it back with Jey Uso and Walter. Was this WrestleMania 41 all over again? Come on! Anyway, so they're going to do that. And most likely, Walter's going to be Jey Uso. Because, I mean, it'll be good to see Jey Uso versus Cena for the Intercontinental title. It'll be good. I get that. Now we have The Miz in Nick Aldis' office. He pulls out a ball. Thank God it's not R-Truth's balls. God. So Miz is like, I should be John Cena's final opponent. Oh, here he comes. R-Truth is here with his balls again. Let's get this. If I get copyright, I don't care.
I got nothing against your balls.
I got nothing against your balls. I have my own balls.
It's got nothing to do with nationality. Let me explain. Your name is in one of the balls. It could be this one. So you don't even want American balls. You know what?
What an idiot.
Please. I've made my decision.
Oh.
I believe this.
No way! I'm in!
You're already in, you moron. You lost the first round. You got a reprieve because Pentagon got hurt. That's what you got. They needed somebody else. Alright, whatever. So Miz is now facing Eli Drake in the quarterfinals. And the winner faces Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw this Monday. Now we got Kathy Kelly and Bobby Priest. Got a little Bobby. Bobby's a lucky man because he's banging Lola Vice. You bastard. Should have been me. That Latina ass. Alright. More stuff about him and his feud with Mr. Aleister Black and the lovely Zelina. Not Vegas. I don't know why they took... We're going on a first-name basis again. This is Vince McMahon territory again. We're going to call everybody by their first name. Speaking of Zelina, hey, baby. Oy, oy, oy. Looks like Sindel from Mortal Kombat 3. What's it 2? What's 3? She has that almost... Is that a glove? Where she has her hand painted and they had this, like, weird glitter on them. It was a... I don't know if it's a glove. I can tell you right now, Aleister Black's right behind him. Probably gonna kick him right in the face. They used to be friends and now they're not friends anymore. They're talking about Aleister Black burning him right in the face. With his whole eye thing. Can't tell if his eye is still fucked up. Oh, there he is! He's doing the whole Wyatt's thing like he's, you know, he just shows up randomly. And Zelina was trying to touch his, you know, body and everything. Trying to, Hey! So, she's using her persuasion, her tetes, if you will, to try to, you know, mess with Poppy's mind. So she leaves, and then, Mommy! Rhea Ripley comes in for a little mini post-Judgment Day, Judgment Day reunion. The early version. So, you know, a little reunion. And then, it's like, oh, you want to party later? You know where to find me? Oh, boy. Yeah. I know where to find you, Mommy. Anyway, look at that. Alright, up next, we got a Women's United States Championship celebration with Chelsea Green! Now we got the women's, I don't want to get it. No, not yet. They showed the women's, oh, now they are. Now they're showing it. The women's, WrestleMania commercial with Jade, Becky, Charlotte, Mommy Rhea Ripley, Io. Oh, Io. Good lord. In that dress. I thought it was Stephanie Vercurve was in this too, no? I guess not. She's looking bougie. Oh, they have one of a Tiffy Tiff. Where is she? I didn't see Tiffany in this commercial. Oh, there she is. Okay. Tiffy looking great. All of them look good except for Charlotte, pretty much. Sorry. But, they sitting down at the poker table? Or they're just sitting down to eat? They're pretty much sitting down to eat, drinking martinis. Rosa would have been at that one, too. You know, because, you know, whatever. A good commercial, but the men's commercial was better because Roman's in it. Io is in it, looking great. I'd like to be at that table. Or under the table. I wouldn't be eating dinner. I'd be, well, I would be, you know what I mean. Anyway, move on. Alright, so where was I? Alright, so Kendall Gray retained the Evolve Women's Championship. Let me get that. Alright, then we get a video, I don't know why, for Dark State. They're ready to win, Dion's looking to win the NXT title to go along with their tag team titles, which they should not have. Deuces and Jokers. Anyway. Alright, then before we get to the main event, we get Big Johnny, John Cena, announcing the women's participants for the Iron Survivor Challenge match. So we got Sol Ruka again. I think this is her third. I think it's the third or fourth year that she's been in this match. Lola Vice, I think, was in last year. Keilani Jordan Grace. I think pretty much everybody was in it last year. And then we got Kendall Gray, the Evolve Women's Champion, or well, now she's in it. So not a bad field. If I had to pick to win the men's and women's match, I'd probably go for the women. I run it back with Lola and JC again for like the 15th time. And maybe finally give it to Lola at New Year's Evil. And for the men, that's a toss-up because, I mean, they got Ricky Starks has to face a heel, right? I would assume. So, I was thinking we'd go back to Ricky and Trick, but Trick, well, I'll get to that in a minute. Knowing how stupid the WWE is, I bet you nothing we'll get Ricky Starks and Joe Hendry, because I read something that Joe Hendry was going to win this match. Why? Why? So to get all the hype, Joe Hendry gets all this aura, this hype going into his match with Ricky, and he loses again. He gets this close to winning the world title, and he gets the Enzo Amore and Big Cass treatment. To pull the rug. You're this close. You almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that. I gave you $1. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go to Joe Hendry. I'm picking Javon. I'd like to see Ricky and Javon go at it. That would be great. Or Leon too. But Leon Lennox, no. I do not want to see that. Myles could be good with Ricky. I think everybody except for Joe Hendry and Leon Lennox should win the match. But knowing WWE and possible rumor of Joe Hendry winning it, I don't want to see it. I think Ricky would annihilate Joe Hendry. Annihilate him. And for the women, I mean, I think they're going to run it back with Lola Vice. I have a feeling maybe, but... I mean, they could go the Sol Ruka route, but... And then maybe have Delta screw... Not like that, but screw... Sol Ruka out of the Women's Championship, so JC retains it. And then maybe loses it at Vengeance Day, or Vengeance, basically. Or she loses at Stunned! And deliver. You gotta do this. You gotta pose. Because you say stand and deliver, it doesn't sound good. You gotta say like the Yes Boys. Elton Strong, get better, dude. We miss you. And that's that. Speaking of Trick Willie, oh, everybody see that video today? Trick Willie proposed to Lash Legend and she said yes. So, Tricky's gonna put a tricky whooping on Lash Legend during their honeymoon. If he has, I mean, they've already been doing it, but he's gonna really put a tricky whooping on Lash Legend's pussy, if you will. You want a tricky whooping? Whoop, whoop! Pretty much. So, congrats to them. And now Lash Legend, Get Shit Done, is off the market. And so is Trick, for all you ladies that love Trick Willie. I wonder if he's gonna wear white. That's a joke, by the way. Inside joke with, you know, me and Issa's crew and everything. We joke, because most of the time he wears white. That's not racist, but I'm just saying. It's a inside joke. But anyway, we move on. Alright, so we get to Trick Willie and Myles, don't call him Ozzy Osbourne, to see who gets the last slot in the Men's Iron Survivor match. Pretty good match. Myles goes for Born Again. He tried to do it early in the match, couldn't get it. Tries again, and it gets blocked. Trick knocks him to the outside for a spin kick to the face. And Boogsy's like, oh yeah, man! Whole match, he was going completely gaga. I mean, calm down, dude. So anyway, they're on the floor. Myles hits Born Again on the floor. And then another one inside the ring. So he tried it 3 times, got it 2 out of 3 times, because 2 out of 3 ain't bad, like Meatloaf was saying, the great man that he is. I lie for you, and that's the truth. Great song, by the way. Among his many other great songs by the man known as Meatloaf. No, that's the other guy. Boner, time for dinner, eat your meatloaf. What's that joke I used to have? Nadia, come and eat your meatloaf. Nadia, come and eat the gymnast. Nadia, come and eat your meatloaf. Anyway. Alright, so he hits another one inside the ring, and he gets the win on Trick Willie to advance to the Iron Survivor match. I did not have that on my scorecard, but big win for Myles, and a good match, under 11.5 minutes, and good match, 3.25 out of 5 stars. Then afterwards, the lights go out, Dark State comes out, they surround the ring, but then Joe Hendry, Leon Slater, and Javon come in and save Myles from a basically 4-on-1 beatdown. So, I bet you nothing they're going to do like an 8-man tag team match next week. Ugh. What's to see that? What I do want to see is Madam President Chelsea Green with Abba Fire at will with her. Nice blue gown. Beautiful gown. Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns. Alba Fire looking pretty presentable in that get-up she has. Once again, Chelsea opens her big mouth, and now Jade comes out. Oh, she is pissed. She's marching to the ring, and she's gonna annihilate Alba Fire and Chelsea. Oh, get out of there quick. Bitch, you ruined my celebration, bitch! Big boots at Alba Fire's face. And Chelsea's like, oh, I don't want to go. I'm gonna get out of here. No, you got caught, bitch. Sorry. Sucks to be you, President. She's gonna get hit with Jaded. Now! Damn. Jade with the, I think she ransacked, Leo Rush and, Action Andretti's wardrobe. She got the, what's his name, not Omega Shenron, what's the fucking guy's name from Dragon Ball GT? I think it was Omega Shenron, I think it was right before. So, she's wearing the spike jacket without the spikes, just plastic shit. So, Jade annihilates them, she leaves, and then the pyro goes off for Chelsea. And she's pissed. Ah! Alright, now we got Lexi and Charlotte Flair basically wearing almost nothing. Yeah, damn. EO, what's up, baby? Yeah. EO in her little mink coat, fur coat, not a fur coat, but yeah, pretty much a fake thing. AJ, what's going on, AJ? That ass. So the women's team for Team AJ. So I think it's gonna be Charlotte Flair against somebody. And AJ's like, we're gonna win tomorrow night, and I'm gonna make sure of it. There's a rumor going around that both the heel teams are gonna win. Oh, I would be mad if Roman's team loses. I would be so fucking mad. But I think Becky's team might win. They're saying Lexi might turn or Charlotte might turn. I go with that, but for the men, you gotta go with Roman's team. There's no way. No way that a team with Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Papucho, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and Beastie. I mean, they could win. I hope not, though. But I think Roman's team will win. I think the logical person that should probably take the pin is either Logan Paul, so it's not going to be Beastie. I think Beastie and Roman might, cancel each other out. I think they might go out of the cage or some shit. They might break the cage open, who knows. But it's going to be insane. But I think Roman's team will win. I think Logan Paul will take the pin. Or Bronson Reed. I don't think Braun Breaker, but it's either going to be Bronson Reed or Logan Paul taking a pin. But if Beastie's team wins, I could probably see... I'd love to see Cody get beat in the cage. I love that. To get the pin. He takes the pin. I would love that. Or CM Punk. But then again, I mean, you got the Usos there. I mean, one of them, maybe Jay or Jimmy might take the pin. If it goes that way. But I think Roman's team is going to win. They won it last year, so why not do it again? Run it back. I think they won the last two. If I think about it. They won last year. I think they won the year before that. Or the one before, maybe the one before that. Cause I know Cody's team was there with Randy on the team. Because I don't think Roman was in the War Games the 2 years ago. I know last year he was. I think the year before that, I don't think he was. I think Cody's team won against Judgment Day. Yeah, it was Judgment Day against Cody's team. Basically, I don't think Roman was. No, Roman wasn't even on there. Because Roman was doing something that year. I think he was defending the title that year. I forget. Anyway, but we got that. But yeah, I think the women's heel team Becky's team will win, and on the men, I think Roman's team will win. But it could go both ways. Going juice. We got that. Alright, so NXT ends with Dark State and Joe Hendry, Leon Slater, Javon Evans, and Myles, don't call him Ozzy Osbourne, staring each other down. So, like I said, probably on Tuesday night they might do, because it's live, they might, from Florida, from the CWC, Capital Wrestling Center, they'll probably do an 8-man tag. Which, no, I would say 10. Wait, can I do a 10-man? Cutler, James, Saquon. No, I think they'll probably do an 8-man. 8-man tag team match. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, 8-man, because it's 4 guys in the ring. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so that ends NXT, ladies and gentlemen, and that's all I gotta say about that. So I'm gonna watch the rest of SmackDown, have my sensible dinner after that. During, or before, or after, whatever. So I'm gonna have that, I'm gonna have dinner, and I'm gonna probably watch a movie, come back with my, AEW Dynamite and Collision review. Once again, right here on the channel. Talk about SmackDown tomorrow, early tomorrow. And then do the predictions video for Survivor Series. And then we'll talk about Survivor Series probably after that. We'll talk about Ring of Honor on Sunday. And then pretty much that's it. So, anything else comes your way between now and Sunday, like Trick Willie would say, we'll talk about it. But that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I am out of here. Thanks for watching. Stay warm if you're in the Northeast. Stay sexy as well. All you ladies out there, stay sexy. All you guys, you wish you were me, but you're not. Keep doing your boring as fuck live streams that I care less about. Thanks for the attention, assholes. But it is what it is. Same old garbage for almost an hour and a half, 2 hours. Same old boring bullshit. Was getting views off my name, because you can't get anything else. That's pretty much it. Even though the views off me are really low. But it is what it is. That's that. But anyway, I am out of here. And until next time, as we always say, peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cookoot. And if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Have a great weekend, and for everybody else, I hope you have a horrible weekend. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Because I had a great day. The Lord was shining down on me. Unexpected gift today. Not that type of gift, you dumb fucks, but that's all I gotta say about that. God is good. God is good. And that's pretty much it. Angels descending on me and keeping me alive and all that good stuff, protecting me from all these evil dumb fucks out there in social media land and in general. And that's that. Alright, time to watch the rest of SmackDown, and I am out of here. Until next time, peace, bitches.